Hey guys, welcome back to the Tamara Show. I know I'm in the same outfit and hairstyle, but you know, I had to record all these in the same day. So I saw this post on Instagram and it said, make your passion your paycheck. Interesting, right? So the person I'm interviewing today, her name is Simone Sullivan, and she did exactly that. Her passion is design, and she turned it into a money-making business. So now she's out here, she's doing her own thing, and she's getting her dough. So Simone has definitely, she's inspired me, even because she went after something that she wanted, and she took her passion and built it on it. So now it's not even becoming about drawing out the clothes and sewing them. It's becoming putting together shows, selling them, and making it marketable and having other people purchase her clothes, even like getting into hiring models. So it's a full-time job, and she talks all about it in the interview. Hey guys, we're here with Simone Sullivan, the designer. So Simone, tell me, is design your passion?
Designing is my passion, but at first it wasn't always my passion.
Really?
Yeah.
What was first your passion?
So from third grade, I was in church, I was in the choir. So, and my mom's a really great singer. She sings like all the time. She just like went around the house like songbird. So, and my brother sings, so I just felt like, okay, I have to sing. So I went to school like this, like my elementary school, they had a magnet program. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No.
It's basically just like you pick an area of like focus. So from 3rd to 5th grade, I actually sang and played instruments and like swore I was gonna be like the next Beyonce or something.
What instruments did you play?
I played like violin, piano. Everyone learns how to play the recorder,
That is hard.
Yes. I cannot play the violin anymore. I like playing the piano. I know how to read music, so I can like do it if I wanted to. Don't put me on spot. But if I needed to, I would do it.
Yeah.
And as far as the recorder, everyone, I feel like that was like a thing. I don't know why that was a thing, but everyone played the recorder. So I thought I was gonna be a singer. And then I can't remember what art project I did, but when I did it, I just felt more like that was like I loved it. And I was just drawing at home all the time for no reason.
Okay.
And then when I came to going to 6th grade, which for middle school, the area I grew up in, Miami, wasn't that great. I'm from Miami, Florida, by the way. Yeah.
Really?
A lot of people don't know that, but I'm from Miami, Florida. Well, some people do because I'm like always like, yeah, Miami 305. But like, if like it is sometimes a shocker. They're like, oh. So the area I grew up in, it wasn't like the best neighborhood as far as schools go. So my mom wanted us to go to a school where you had to apply and like audition to get into a program that was outside of our school zone. And if it wasn't your school zone, you had to be in a program. So she thought I was going to audition for music because, I've been doing that for 3 years. I was in plays and stuff. And then out of nowhere, I was like, yeah, I'm going to audition for art.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Yeah. Imagine your mother. He's like, okay, like we don't even have a portfolio together. And you got to audition in a month. Like, what are you doing? So I actually had an art teacher who was so kind to stay with me after school, like no money, nothing. Aww. And he helped me develop my portfolio.
So sweet.
I actually still have the artwork that I used to
He
go.
saw the vision.
He saw it. So that's when I started doing art. So fashion happened of my grandmothers, both of them sew. So I was always around it. They would like alter my uniforms and stuff. I was always a twig my whole life. I like got my booty and boobs like within the past 3 years. So she would have to take in my uniforms because they just didn't fit me. So I was always surrounded by people that sewed, whatever.
So,
did fashion alterations. And basically in middle school when I was in the art program and when we had projects, I started leaning more towards fashion, and that's kind of where it came from. So I didn't really dive into fashion until I was probably like 13 or 14.
Wow.
So
ever since
then, for the past 10 years, I've just been on it. And it's crazy because I still like singing and running around the house and humming and dancing because I was in like musical theater type of deal in elementary, but like fashion stuck. Yeah.
That's really good. So ever since you were 13, have you always been making like your own or putting little pieces together.
So, yeah, I
to
would
make
play
your
with
own?
stuff, like cut things up, alter it. Like I wasn't just from a pattern making clothing. The closest, the first thing I could remember, like from out of nothing making something, probably was like sophomore year of high school. Before that I was cutting shirts.
That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago for me. So I probably started sewing about maybe 11, 12 years ago, but like it was just like playing, like making bags or like cutting something and like making it shorter. But as far as like from scratch making something, the first thing I remember was Halloween in high school, and I wanted to be Pebbles from the Flintstones. And I don't know why I was like, I'm gonna be a black Pebbles, like period.
That's cute.
So I went to the fashion classroom and like went through the scrap fabric and found like some green crap and then like just put it together. And so since I always was like in art, like in middle school, I think of things reverse. So in fashion, most people would like look at a flat pattern and then make it into 3D. I could see the 3D and imagine how it probably would break up to look flat. Like that's how I think. It's really weird. I don't know where it came from. So with no knowledge of like what pattern making was and whatever, I just like made this like little costume and then just went to school and was like, I'm Pebbles. I'm
sure they was able to get the vision too.
My mom sent me a picture recently of me as Pebbles, and I was like, I gotta show you it.
I gotta see it.
It's like, well, that's ugly, but I felt cute. So that's
really
all that
cute.
matters.
So, school.
Yes.
Did you go to college for it?
Yes, I went to a high school called Design and Architecture Senior High that copied Parsons. Parsons is where I went to here.
Oh, okay.
So they literally, like I was told that teachers before my high school was made went to the new school, Parsons, and basically copied the curriculum. So in high school, I did it twice, basically high school and college.
Okay.
So it was pretty easy for me. Of course, it was like my high school on crack, but it was fairly easy for me to do it. It was just more work and more money because in high school we had like a fashion fabric closet, so we could just kind of grab scrap fabrics and stuff, and it wasn't as many products, as many pieces as college, so it was just like very expensive, but it was worth it. My dad's in the military. All y'all who got parents in the military, you better get on that GI Bill and use it for your education.
What is the GI Bill?
It's I think it was like after 9/11 or something like that. I'm not really familiar with it, which is trash because it basically paid for my education. But military personnel could go to school and they pay for it. Like your education's paid for, and they give you
all the kids?
Not all the kids. So how it is like the person in the military would be able to go to school and they give them a stipend for like for monthly housing, whatever. But you can also pass it to one person, like a dependent. So my dad passed it to me because I was the first of his children to go to college. And then they give you like a stipend for my housing. So that's how I was able to come to New York. Without that, I definitely would have been going to Miami-Dade College. Community college would have been, it's not bad, but that's where I would have been. I would not have been here. You would not
have took you to the next level.
Yes, for sure.
That's right. Okay.
So shout out to the GI Bill.
When I was at her fashion show. I was in her fashion show for New York Fashion Week.
Yes. That's what's up.
So what really stood out to me during the show was that it was so well done. The production was really good.
Thank you.
I saw that your friends was also a part of it.
Yes.
Which is one of my questions too. So you obviously have to be like a manager role and be like a boss.
Yes.
What is that like?
So actually, so you knew me for this fashion show.
Right.
My first fashion show was in October. That's how I celebrated
your very first one.
My first solo fashion show.
Oh.
I've been participating in shows, but my first all me was October 11th, my birthday of last year. And I was casually talking to my friend Davina. You met Davina. Yes. She was the director of the show. And we were just casually talking, and I said, what would be cool for a 25th birthday? At first I wanted to have a giant party, and I said, what if I just did a fashion show? But I just brought it up in casual conversation. And then being the person she is, maybe the next day she just messaged me and she's like, we're gonna do this fashion show. And she's like, I said, okay, I'm gonna do 5 pieces, it's gonna be something small. So, mind you, my birthday's October 11th. This conversation happened at the end of August. So basically
that's
I had
really
a month.
tight.
Yeah. So then she's like, okay, 5 pieces. So I started off with 5, but then she started talking to people and noticed it was getting bigger and more people wanted to be like there. And she was like getting other like bloggers involved. And she's like, you gotta do more than 5. I said, okay, I'll do 8. So the 8 turned to 10 within literally like 2 weeks. So mid-September, we're like, okay, we're gonna do 10 pieces. And what happened is a model dropped, and then we got another model, and then she could reconfirm. So then I was like, okay, I have more models than pieces I made. She's like, so now you're gonna have to make more pieces. So I shit you not, 3 days before the show, I made 2 more pieces. So I had 12 looks walked down the runway. So in a month, I made 12 looks. It was insane because I had a 9 to 5. So I worked 40 hours a week, and at home, I would come home at night and work on the show, and then weekends I was working, and then some days I would ask them to work from home so that like I wasn't wasting, hours on the train when I could have been sewing.
Right.
And then the week of the show, I just was like, I'm not working.
So you did it all by yourself?
I did it all by myself. I had friends that would come over and do like hymns and stuff like that, but like as far as like literally making the garments, like I made the garments. I'm trying to think, like there was maybe like one thing where someone came like, like, oh, okay, I'll get on the machine and like sew this for you while you do this. But like for the most part, like the whole thing was made by me. I definitely shout out to all my friends. I cannot list them, but like if I was like, I need you to sew these buttons, and I would just hand them buttons in a shirt, they would do it. And then my mom and my grandmother came. My grandma sews, like I said, so she was in my bedroom like hours before the show sewing on things. Wow. She's young, don't she ain't no old lady. But I love her. But like it ain't like I had some old lady in my room like struggling. She's all of our generations have like small gaps. So she's like in her 60s or just about to turn 70. She's young. Oh, she's right. Like she's some people's mom is at my grandmother's age. So she's young. She's still doing like cartwheels and splits and stuff. Like she's a character.
Different kind of
grandma. Like I have video of her twerking at my fashion show. Like she was different.
Was
I love
she there?
Her. She wasn't at the second one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that would have been great, but she was the
like,
first one.
My grandma.
Everyone loved her. She was like the star. I was like, hi, it's my show, grandma. It's my birthday. Like, relax. But anyway, I had to come up with the whole show. Like, I planned it in a month with Davina, so she helped make it happen. Because back to the managing question, because I tend to trail off. But she's a creative director, model. She's everything. She wears multiple hats. She's an amazing person.
Instagram, she's doing it all.
Insanity. Everyone follow Davina Visuals. She, like, I literally owe the drive and the push that I've had to her. And so she planned the show. She found the venue. I just like gave her the money and was like make it happen.
She got it going.
She's absolutely amazing. And so she like planned the show, but like as far as managing the brand, like reaching out to like models when I need things like that, like she helped that. But then when it comes to like for example, I have a sale going on right now. That's me. That's posting the content, posting the captions. People are messaging me. I'm like running all over the city to like measure people, get fabrics. Like for example, today, right after this, I'm running to a store to pull glasses for a shoot I have on Tuesday. And then I have to run back home and like do a fitting. So I'm always on the run. So it's just me. Of course, eventually I want to get to the point where I can have like interns before I'm able to like hire people. But I feel really optimistic about where it's going. And as far as I'm concerned, Vina will always be who I'm like hiring to make sure everything happens. Like why would I go to anyone else? She just makes it happen flawlessly.
That's beautiful. Friends are.
I'm blessed. I was blessed.
Amazing. So styling. I noticed that's something that you do.
Yes.
Do you prefer it over design? Or is it equal?
So the styling thing like is kind of new. I've always liked dressing myself up and going to like pop-ups. I don't know if you've like seen on my page, I like to go to like if there's a page called FOMO Feed that I follow, and it basically posts whenever there's like a cool like pop-up to go and take pictures at basically. So the first thing started again with Vina. I posted, I want to go to this monochrome exhibit. And she's like, I'll come with you. So we went and like, I just dressed in like a red head wrap and like this pink bra and was like, let's see how it goes basically. And we went in there and she took this picture of me that was like absolutely stunning. And like prior to that, I'm not someone that's super big on likes, but of course it's really cool when suddenly you see like a jump in what people like on your page. So I was averaging like maybe like 70 to 100 likes on a post, and I posted this and I got 272, and I was like, whoa! Like y'all like this? Oh, this is what styling and like dressing like you know, actually like not just selfies, like people are into this stuff. Yeah, it shows what, you know, people are into. And like for me who started a brand, you have to pay attention to what people like. I don't necessarily like being on trend all the time.
Of course,
like,
do your own thing.
Yeah, but it is important to notice that. So I try to like put that, like mash it together. So when I noticed people really into that, I started going to more pop-ups. And they're gonna, like, you'll see more of it now that it's getting more warmer because then people, like, they have more pop-ups. So last year I went to those and I started doing like more styling on myself. And then I did the fashion show, and then people were like I would style myself in my clothes to go to like events so that people would ask what I'm wearing. And then I did a shoot. I styled my own shoot maybe a month ago. This girl just like randomly reached out to me, and not randomly, a model of mine from my show reached out and said a photographer needed a stylist, and she was like, I think you should do it. So then I styled her, and then someone else saw it, and then I styled them. And so now I've just been styling shoots for the past month.
Look at that.
And I was like, how did that wasn't the intention. Now as far as like what I like more, I like designing. Sewing is okay. I honestly can say I don't care to sew because it's very time consuming, and I think I design better than I sew, like, to be completely honest. I can sew. I think I'm like pretty good at it, but like my friend Katsusia, about like she can sew and it looks like it was done at a factory. Like it's perfection. Like I sew and you're like, someone made this. It's great, but someone made this. Hers, you can't tell. It looks like a machine just like. So I would love to get on her level. So like when it comes to designing, I enjoy designing. I don't care to sew. Styling is fun. And I think I enjoy styling because it's like I don't have to sew. I'm just like, ooh, let me pull all this stuff together. It's like shopping, like dress up. So I do enjoy it. I would say like I give styling like a 7 out of 10, and then designing is always gonna get a 10 out of 10. But they're both enjoyable to me. They're great. They both pay the bills, so ain't no problems there, right?
All right, well, thank you so much, Simone.
Thank you.
This has been amazing, guys. Follow her on Instagram.
At Simone.Sullivan. Thank you.